Alright, so I just want to make a quick video. I'm kind of working here. It's like 9:30 at night. I just watched the Democratic National Convention, Bill Clinton speech, and I watched the Republican one last week, and I watched all the rhetoric about America great, and the big thing that gets me about both of them is how much they're really like the Michael Douglas movie American President. The Democrats are about like this is how things really are, and this is what we're not perfect, but we're trying. Blah blah blah. Bill Clinton's speech was really good. I thought the way he framed it, where it was like us, we're in this together. That's the Democrats thing, and I totally get that. But and then I rewatched like Paul Ryan's video again on YouTube just to kind of gauge what I thought and what was where. And the Republicans, and maybe not specifically Mitt Romney. I think Mitt Romney is just like a super rich guy who just doesn't fucking get it. But I think that my general consensus is that their whole thing is how can we freak you out the most so that we can get elected. And it really bugs me. It really bugs me. Anyway, but I know you don't like Bill Clinton. I know you're like hardcore Republican, but I just think the whole way that they're framing it, where it's like an us versus them, and America for Americans, and that whole thing. I love this country, and I think it's great, and I think we all grew up with patriotism, and it was beaten into us in school and all that good stuff. But I really think this movement where it's us versus them is crap. Education is out of control. There's spending billions of dollars on wars in countries that there is no upside for, and I just don't understand. I just don't feel like anybody is really good. I like the Democratic message better. It's more about like we're in this together and how can we build it, and we're gonna work on taxing the rich. That's legit. Look, 1% of the money has 90% of the wealth. You should be taxing the money percentagely. Like if I make $5 and you make $500, I shouldn't pay more taxes than you do. That's just weird. We should pay either a flat tax or something. But I don't think the government's job is to create equality. I don't think they should be punishing the rich, but at the same time, to go about and say that the rich are the job creators because they have the money is a total fallacy. It's this idea that the rich people make jobs and the rich people generate jobs, and they really don't. It's the people who are entrepreneurs, for the people who want to make jobs, that are the ones that generate jobs, not the Kim Kardashians or any rich people. Rich people only can do so much with their money. And most of them are not interested in taking their money and risking it on a new venture. They're like, how can we make safe investments, like good returns, and or the automatic one we can do it. Maybe like put them in a hedge fund or make some capital gains tax. They're not interested in starting a new business or risking their fortune on anything because honestly they don't care. Especially ones that are from existing old money families. What are they going to do? They're not interested. This is not about their money. This is about, hey, we're going to stay rich, and we're just going to find a way to do that. We're only going to buy cars and do what we need to do, and we're going to preserve our future, but we're not going to invest in America. We don't care. That doesn't make us more money. There's no the return is not anywhere near what our return is if we go with our hedge fund or whatever deals that we have with our other buddies. And that's a big difference. And I know that I'm not terribly well off. I'm not doing bad, I'm not hurting or anything like that, but I think this idea that letting people do whatever they do and take advantage, be able to game the system, is I think it's Well, I think it's American. It's really also super crooked. You know, rich people don't, you know, unless they're stupid about their money and they just blow it all, like some people we know, um, you know, they don't get poor. They don't hurt. They're not affected by depressions. They're really not. Their money is diversified. They're secure. They know how the game is played, and they have all the cards. They're the house. You know, they don't care. So, you know, I think the idea that you know, some places the government needs to step in and say, look, you know, you're a crooked industry. Health insurance, you're a fucking bunch of crooks. I think that's legit. You know, I think the auto industry maybe could have been bailed out, maybe couldn't be bailed out. Again, it is what it is for that, you know, but even things like the cell phone companies are a perfect example. You know, they keep raising rates and they release something and they subsidize it and you know, to get something that's useful or good, you pay through the ass for it, and that's, you know, it's gotten cheaper for them to produce it, and all they've been doing is raising prices, you know, and that's price fixing, and the way that, you know, with the price fixing, the way you can see it is, look, if I go buy a car from GM, you know, I have 5 options, and that's it. And even things like healthcare, you know, it's like, there's all these like weird exceptions, and nothing is like clear cut, and the customer service is shitty, and you know, Bank of America, another great company that's a pile of crap, doesn't care about its customers. You know, these companies should be punished. I'm sorry, look, your customer service sucks, go somewhere else. But when you have a company like an auto insurance company or a cell phone company or an insurance company where there's only a couple games in town and you have either shitty A or shitty B, there's a problem. And that's not that it's not fair, it's that they're greedy and they're not run by people who have any moral compass or any care about the consumers, and those are the real problems. And I think the government should step in. So anyway, I just wanted to say I was listening to his speech, and you know, and I think the idea that we need to invest in, you know, cheaper education, cheaper schools, we need to stop lowering the bar, and we really need to make it so that people have the opportunity and the ability to recognize opportunity, I think is what it is. It's not about being smarter. I don't think smart necessarily makes you a better business person. It definitely makes you a worse business person if you're stupid, but I think a lot of it's luck, and I think a lot of it's the ability to recognize an opportunity and be able to, or be even in a position to jump on it. So I don't know, I covered a lot of stuff, but anyway, that's my video update. This fall, I'm definitely not voting for Mitt Romney. I don't like him. He hasn't shared any of his tax returns. He's super ultra elite. He doesn't pay taxes. He dodged the draft. This isn't Democratic rhetoric. These are facts. You know, oh, I was on my mission during Vietnam. What a coincidence. You know, my daddy was governor, and I just happened to be out of the country. Is a little weak. The fact that he's like, you know, he's just out of touch. Oh, it's so hard for us in the Romneys. We had to borrow our dad's yacht. Fucking come on. How do you even care? Well, you want to make tax cuts for the ultra rich because it'll generate more jobs? No, that doesn't do anything except make the rich richer and continue the status quo. And you know, we've got to fix the fundamental inequality. I mean, it's just not there. It's just not there. I think the game is rigged, and both parties are kind of sucky, but the suckiest of the two, I don't know. I mean, I know you always say it's about the bottom line and about, you know, spending your money the way you want to spend money, and you know, Obamacare, you get all crazy about it, but you know, simple things that have come out of that, you know, even like seeing the amount of calories in a hamburger influences my buying decision, and that's information I didn't have before this kind of legislation. You know, I went to Jack in the Box today because it was on my way home, and you know, I made a decision on what to buy for lunch based on which sandwich had the fewest calories. That's helpful. The fact that if I have a pre-existing condition, I can't be denied coverage is huge. But to say like, oh, it's all bad and it's terrible and this and that is just, it's wrong. It's wrong. If insurance companies hadn't been screwing the American people for so many years and have been causing so many problems, we wouldn't be in this mess. If they were honest and they were upfront about things and they weren't beholden to anybody but their customers, it would be a different story. But anyway, I could go on and on, but I gotta do some work, and it's late, and I'm having some kind of network issue. So anyway, make a video, do it. Everybody's good. Talk to you later. Bye.